Hello, and welcome to Coffee Chat Monday. I'm Burgess Taylor from Journey with Burgess. So let's grab you a cuppa and let's get started because today we're going to talk about journaling. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of questions and I thought I'd answer some of those questions. Let's get started. John Lennon said, reality leaves a lot to the imagination. When I first started journaling, it was Dear Diary style journaling. But as I grew older, I changed things by adding bits and bobs to my pages, things like pictures and little doodles to the side, ticket stubs, pictures from magazines, some of the very same things that I do now. But now my journals and pens are nicer than when I was a little kid. Heck, they're nicer than it was as an adult a few years ago. That rabbit hole, y'all. We're going to talk about the rabbit hole later. I take better pictures. My drawings are better. They're still not wonderful, but they're better. And as I draw more and more and more, I get better and better and better. And now I use watercolor, and as I practice more and more with that, I'll get better and better with that because practice is the key. But if you ask 7 people what their impression of a sunrise or sunset or holiday or a television show or a book or anything else, their impressions are all going to be different, including your own. We all have a story to tell, and our stories are unique to us. A while back, I started Embrace Your Inner Child, Embrace Your 5-year-old. That was in part thanks to my grandson. Because when you use your imagination and your creativity like you do as a child, it's amazing. It's amazing. I am in awe of my grandson's imagination and his curiosity. A child doesn't think about or want to follow the rules. A child doesn't think about whether his drawing is perfect. Coloring outside the lines, not a big deal. It just is. Children don't think about how or what to write or how or what to draw, not necessarily, and they don't really think about the colors of certain things, like as far as the rule goes. Sometimes the trees are blue, the sky's purple, they use their imagination. For a child and for an adult, it should be this way. Every time you pick up a pencil or a crayon or a pen, it's an opportunity to express yourself creatively, to use your imagination, to create a new possibility. And that's why I love journaling so much. But there are times when it feels like things get a bit monotonous. When the routine of your day feels like there's nothing really new to put on a journal page, especially if you're doing memory keeping, document your life kind of journaling. So after thinking about it, I didn't have a February prompt picked out. I really wanted one. I haven't found one. I haven't been in a mind state to do the research for them because I needed to get back into, all during January, I was trying to get back into daily journaling. I was trying to get back into picking up my journal and doing it daily. I was trying to get back to having daily journaling part of my routine. It has its pros and its cons, y'all. But the truth is, there are all different kinds of ways that you can break the monotony up, that you can break that routine up, that you can make your journal pages something that is unique to you and unique to your day, unique to your life. Not everybody journals every day. Not everybody journals chronologically. Not everybody journals to memory keep, because sometimes there are people who don't really feel like they have a reason to memory keep like that. There are some people who don't want to memory keep like that. Not everybody journals to memory keep. Some people journal for the fun of it. Some people journal for the therapeutic benefits of it. Some people journal because they like to. I do different things in different journals. I have a daily journal that is sort of my document my life kind of journal, which that's the one that a lot of times sometimes seems to be a bit routine and a bit monotonous. So I thought I'd break things up by doing a video Wednesday and Friday, different things. I'm going to use budget art supplies in one video, and I'm going to do all of my favorite art supplies, whether they're budget or not, in another video. But I thought I'd create some different things. I'm going to be filming ahead, though. I have a lot to do this week, and I have Victor a lot this week. But I would really appreciate it for those of you who are in the Journey with Burgess Facebook group. If you have found a February prompt list, whether it's for doodles or writing prompts, journaling prompts, whatever, if you would share it in the Journey with Burgess group. For those of you who are on Instagram, if you could tag me, you could tag me at Journey with Burgess or hashtag Journey with Burgess, whichever the @ symbol or the hashtag. And let me know what prompt you're using for February, because I think I'm going to do that. I know that today is already the 5th, but you know what? It's never too late to start. And if I have a day where I need to do some journaling and I don't have an idea of what to do, I can go back and do the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on different days. So I love to draw and doodle, so any excuse there is to do something, I'm all for it. But one of the problems that a lot of people have is that they don't know what to put on their journal pages, or they don't know why they're journaling, or they don't know what to journal for. Like, for some of us, it's memory keeping. For others, and for myself, it's as a form of therapy. Journaling and art and combining art and words is my therapy. Most of the time, it works. Now, there are times when it doesn't, and that's when I know I'm in deep caca and I need to sort of find my way back. And that's what I was doing in January. So I'm a bit late to the February game, to the InCoWriMo thing, to all of it. I'm doing a handful of InCoWriMo for just a couple of people outside of my Patreon people. I'm actually going to be doing little watercolor postcards and a letter to send to my patrons. And then I am picking like 10 people that aren't part of Patreon. I wanted to send a few out. I'm excited about that because mine aren't going to go out every day. I'm late to the game for that too. Mine are going to be created and they're all going to go out by the end of February, so everybody will get them hopefully before the end of February. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited because I have yet to pick a theme for those postcards. I'm going to do little watercolor postcards and a little letter, and I don't know exactly what to draw on those postcards, so I'm still thinking of things. I do better with fun stuff, but I need to try out other things. I can do more serious things, but I wanted to pick a theme. And then I thought, okay, what have I been talking about? February is my month for sharing the love of journals and art supplies and art journal supplies. And, what is my thing? Well, drawing coffee cups is my thing. So I thought, you know what? What better way to show the love than to send out postcards of coffee cups? It will, one, improve my drawing skills, because instead of just drawing a random cup, the fun little clip arty kind of cup that I do a lot of times on my journal pages, I can make it a little bit more serious. I can pick a really pretty coffee mug and draw it and make each one different. So I can't do this for everybody. I have 2 people, Amy and a lady, Linda, on the InCoWriMo page that are going to be included. But so I have room for 10 people. So if you would like a postcard, actually no, I have room for 8 people because of 2 other people that are on my list that I need to send to that. Yeah. So no, we'll do 10. I have room for 10 people. I'll just have 2 extras. I have room for 10 people. Let me know if you would like to receive a watercolor postcard and a little letter from me for InCoWriMo. Like I said, I'm not doing these every day. I'm breaking the rules. I'm breaking the rules. Like I said, we don't worry about rules sometimes. You know, the 5-year-old in me said break the rules. It's all about doing what really works for me and what resonates with me. And I'm going to break the rule for InCoWriMo. I'm not going to send them out every day. I'm going to send them all out in one day. And I'm got to get everything ready. So if you would like a little watercolor postcard of a coffee cup, original Burgess Taylor art, then I only have room for 10, y'all, and ink. I only have room for 10. So maybe I'll, if there are more than 10 people that say they like them, then I'll get Mr. Rockstar to pick the names out of a hat. But I would really like to challenge everybody who journals or who wants to journal to think about the different ways that you can actually do things in your journal. It's not necessarily about drawing. My stepdaughter looked at my journal and she said she would really love to do it, but she can't draw. And I love the way that Elizabeth from Never Hopeless does her pages, where she does clip art and labels and things like that. She does draw, but in that journal, in her Fobonichi journal, she uses that kind of stuff, and it's beautiful. The way that she does her pages are gorgeous. And I told Kayla, you can do it. You can do this. So I think the next time she comes to visit, I'm going to have an empty journal, and I'm going to show her how she can do it, maybe. But what I'd like to do is challenge you. If everybody can do art. Everybody can do art. Doesn't matter your skill level. You can do fancy stick figures. You can do clip arty kind of stuff. You can use tracing paper or transfer paper. I'm going to show you how to use, I have some, I'm going to show you how to use that in one of the videos. I'm going to find something and print it out that's cute and adorable and show you a different way to lay out a page if you really want to journal every day, but you don't know what to journal. I'm going to base it off of some kind of February prompt. If any of you are using a February prompt, like I said, please tag me on Instagram or put it in the Journey with Burgess Facebook, in the Journey with Burgess Facebook group. That's a tongue twister. Because I love journaling. I love creating art. I am looking at the picture on the top part of my February calendar, and it's of pine trees and different kinds of trees and mountains and clouds and snow, and then there's a deer with antlers. And I'm thinking I might have to do that, and not a coffee cup for Courtney, if I can do that. Maybe I'll have to do tracing paper with that. We'll see. We'll see, because I really want to do that. Really want to do that. And that's the thing. When you see something that really strikes your fancy, that you absolutely love and would love to be able to draw, transfer paper, tracing paper, that kind of stuff can help you do that. And the more that you do that and you practice those lines, the more that you'll be able to do it. So I'm going to, very soon this week, I don't know which video is going to be which, Wednesday or Friday, but I'm going to do one thing with the budget art supplies, and I'm going to do the other video with whatever art supplies I would normally use. So sometimes I use budget art supplies, sometimes I use the more expensive, sometimes I use somewhere in the middle, sometimes I use a combination of anything and everything. It really depends on what I'm doing. So I am showing all the journal love, art supply love, the art love this month. February is my month of art journal love, combining art and words love. So yes, I'm excited. I think we should be showing our love and appreciation for others all throughout the year, not just on Valentine's Day or not just holidays. But February gives us a chance to sort of do that in an extra special way. I'm excited, y'all. I feel so excited. I'm back into the groove of journaling every day. So like I said, it's all about the love. If you don't love to write, or you don't love to draw, you don't love art, you don't love to journal, maybe journaling's not the thing for you. I know for some people they prefer text journaling. Other people prefer a combination of art and words. Other people prefer to journal chronologically, whereas there are a lot of people who don't journal chronologically. They start pages, they go back to them and finish them as they go. I like to journal chronologically in my regular journal, my regular art document your life kind of journal, and I am almost finished with that journal, y'all. Almost finished. I will be finished with that journal before February's over. The one with the Tomaway River paper and the vellum paper with the flowers that Brie made as a prototype for me to try out. I'm almost finished with that journal. Oh, yeah. I have like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks max left in that journal. So that last week or week and a half of February, I'm going to have to be in a new journal. And you know, this will be at the first time in a very long time I've actually finished a journal from start to finish. And I think it's because I haven't been in a different mindset. I've held myself accountable to this journal for trying it out, for reviewing it, because Bree sent it to me as a prototype. Y'all, I love it. So I have been thinking that one of the ways that I can hold myself accountable so that I don't continue down the path of new journal, new sketchbook syndrome, where I have journals that are half finished. Now, sometimes there are good reasons to have a journal half finished. You don't like the paper. You don't like the size. It's just not resonating with you somehow. That's okay. My A5 in the red cover, the Enigma, I will go back to that and I will do bits and pieces in it, especially when I want a bigger spread. But I have found my love size. My unicorn is the B6, y'all. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I have been the A5 queen for like a long while. And I think I will change things up on and off, go from B6 to A5 some. But y'all, who would have thought? Who would have thought? I don't know. We'll see. Because the moment that I say that, then the journal piece lightning god is going to strike me down and I'm going to lose my journal piece. And then I'm going to be like, oh, well, I want to go back to A5. I'm going to make a comment right now. I think part of the misconception is that we have to journal a certain way. We have to journal a certain way. Do you? If I feel like journaling in an A5 journal today, but for the rest of the week I want to journal in my B6, that's okay. If you don't like something, don't use it. If you don't like journaling a certain way, don't do it. If you only want to use composition notebooks, do it. If you like diary style journaling and you don't like adding art, do it. If you only like adding bits and bobs but you don't like painting or drawing or watercoloring, do it. It's your thing. It's your journal. Do you. Do it your way. That's the whole thing. You've got to do whatever it is that feels right to you. And not everybody wants to document their life. Not everybody wants to do memory keeping kind of journaling. I love it. I don't always do it every single day. Sometimes I do something different. Sometimes I'll do something in a sketchbook, in a collage notebook, or anything. Like sometimes it can be a whole completely different kind of thing. But I try to do something creative in some kind of journal or sketchbook or something every single day because it makes me feel good and it helps me. It's therapeutic for me. And I love it and I enjoy it. And yeah, it gives me pleasure. It's fun for me. It keeps me inspired and motivated to do all the other things that I want to do that are creative, like writing and reading. Everything kind of works together for me. If I'm not doing drawing or painting or writing, I'm reading. If I'm not writing in a journal, I'm writing on my novel. It all works together for me. It's all connected. My creativity is very connected. On the days when I can't do one thing, I try to do a different thing. It's the days when I can't do any of those things that I really am like in trouble. That those are the days when, whew, not a good day. I have had some of those days lately, and to feel so pumped and so energetic and so inspired and motivated and passionate about February and all the love I feel inside to share and it's just wonderful. So one of the things I really want to reiterate before I go, because I'm going to get going, if you don't feel like you know what to journal about, stay tuned because I'm going to show you some things. If you don't really feel like you have enough stuff to journal about, if your life is pretty mundane, pretty routine, so is mine. So is mine. So stay tuned because I'm going to show you some stuff. Because lately I've been feeling like some of my journal pages, all in January and December, ever since October, some of my pages, I've been feeling like it's a bit redundant. It's a bit monotonous and routine. I was kind of feeling in that rut of, well, it's the same thing every day. How many times can I, do this? Stay tuned because it's coming. I've got some ideas, y'all. Thanks for watching. Like I said, watercolor postcard for InCoWriMo. I only have 10 slots. It's not going out every day. They're all going in a big lump thing. My mailman's going to hate me. So if you would like to send me something for InCoWriMo, just let me know. Private message me on Facebook or on YouTube. YouTube's messaging thing doesn't always work so well. And I'll give you my address because I don't have a P.O. box yet. That's something I really need to work on. I've been saying that for months, y'all. I suck. I need to get going with that. All right. Take care. Bye.